Hi, this is Angela with CareClix, and today I'm going to walk you through the new provider application. So what you're going to do is go to new-anywhere.careclix.com, and it's going to take you to this login page right here. You're going to put in your username and password. If you do not remember or don't have a username or password as of yet, please let me know and I can send that to you. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as a test provider. As soon as you log in, you're going to see your schedules for the day or any appointments that are scheduled for today. You'll see that you do have an appointment scheduled for 10 a.m. today, September 16th, with Y patient. The patient is male and 19 years old and is visiting CareClix because they are sick. The reason for visit would be in this area right here. I just went ahead and put that the patient was sick, no specific reason. And then you can identify the type of consult based on the icon on the upper right-hand corner of the appointment box. And this is going to be a camera icon, so we know that that is a video icon. You'll see that there's 3 dots next to that video icon. And this is where you'll see the EMR option as well as ending the appointment. You will be able to enter the appointment within 15 minutes of the consult. Once the patient has entered the waiting room, you will get notified on this right-hand side where it says waiting room, and you can update it just to check and see if anything has changed. Next to confirmed, you have upcoming. Any appointments that have not been confirmed that need to be would be under this upcoming box, and you as the provider are able to accept the appointment and confirm it, or the clinic admin or the call center would be able to confirm it for you, at which point it would move from upcoming to the confirmed area. Any urgent care appointments will be under the urgent, and this would be any patients in your states that have requested an appointment. You can actually go ahead and confirm or reject the appointment depending on your availability. Again, you'll be able to see the patient's name, gender, age, and what the reason for visit is here, and they're requesting a phone consult. Once you click confirm or reject, it's going to move the appointment, and since we confirmed it, it will now be under the confirmed area. If it is a phone consult, the call center will call you and connect you to the patient once you have clicked confirm. So they will connect you directly. You don't actually have to call the patient. Next to urgent, you have past, and this will be any past appointments. They would be located under this area. And then CC home, you don't have to worry about. So we're gonna go back to confirmed, and we're just gonna wait a second until our patient goes ahead and joins the appointment so that we can go ahead and start our video consult. And you'll see at this bottom right-hand corner that the patient has gone ahead and joined the waiting room. And you can see how long the patient has been waiting on this right-hand side. If you're not quite ready to start the consult or need to send the patient a message, you can go ahead and click this message button and send over a message. Any previous conversation with this patient will also pop up at that point. But we're going to go ahead and click admit. And now we will wait for the patient to join into the into the waiting room. Oh. Sorry about that. Okay, so now the patient has joined the waiting room, and if it was a real patient, they would be in this pink box here, and then in this lower black box, that would be you. You'll see that you do have a few different options at this bottom, at the bottom of the screen, different tools to use while speaking with the patient. This camera icon allows you to turn off your camera. This microphone allows you to mute yourself or unmute yourself. this phone icon actually ends the consult, so you don't want to click that until the very end of the consult. This whiteboard is actually going to take you to a virtual whiteboard where you can draw something out or type something to better explain information to the patients. To get out of this, you would just exit out. Or, sorry, you would click back on this picture on the right-hand side. And then you can also share your screen. So if there's something on your computer that you want to give access to your patients, you can go ahead and click on that, and your patient will be able to see information on your screen. And then if you were seeing a patient who had multiple camera views, you could toggle between the cameras by clicking on this camera icon here, and you could flip back and forth between the different screens. You also have the option to expand the image of the patient by clicking on the button that I just clicked on, and then you can get out of that by clicking the other button. If the patient is in an area where they're with a nurse, you could have access to the patient's vital signs here at the bottom part of the screen. In order to end the call, you can click on this phone icon here at the bottom of the camera view, or you can click on the end call button over in the upper right-hand corner. So I'm going to go ahead and click end call, and it's going to ask if I'm sure I want to end the call. Yes, I do. So I'm going to go ahead and end it, and it's taking me directly back to my appointments for the day. So you'll notice that we did not have a chance to chart on the patient. So at this point, we can go to past appointments, and we'll see that previous appointment listed. And this is where you can actually go and either send a new RX, do your EMR charting, or you can send a discharge summary. So if we want to go ahead and chart, we'll click on EMR, go to SOAP note, and go ahead and type in information pertaining to that patient and their visit. Some of these boxes may not be relevant. Right now it is making you put something in each box, but you can just go ahead and put NA if it's not something that you have information on. In the plan section, we do ask that you put any prescription information in this area so that we can provide that to the patients if they call and have questions, or if we need to reach out to the pharmacy ourselves. And so you would just type that here. So, and then for disposition, we are going to add some different options here, but right now you do have to click on one of these. So then we went ahead and saved the note. If after we've, sorry about that. If after we've created the appointment, we decide, or I'm sorry, the EMR chart, we decide we need to go back and edit it, all you would do is go back to past appointments, click on the three dots, click on EMR, go to edit SOAP note, and then you would be able to edit the information and then click update. You'll notice also in the EMR section that you have access to all notes for the patient. So any other visits that they've had with a CareClix provider, you would have access to in this area. You would just click show details and it would show you the information. And then of course you can see the reasons for visits and the date. If you need to get some additional information pertaining to the patient, all you would need to do is click on their picture on the upper left-hand side of the appointment box, and it'll take you to their profile where you can see their identifying information, such as their date of birth and location information. They also have a few additional boxes up, tabs up at the top of the patient profile. You'll see clinic info, which really isn't going to be relevant, but then there's medical records where you can pull any medical records that have been uploaded, or you can also upload medical records yourself by clicking on drop file here, and that'll allow you to upload from your own computer. If you want to download any of the medical records that are already in the patient's profile, you can just click on this arrow down button and it will download to your computer. Next to medical records, you have questionnaire. And this will be the questionnaire that's been completed prior to the patient having the consult. So you can review this during the consult with the patient, or if you're in the middle of the consult with the patient, you realize that there's some areas that have not been completed that you want to add information to, you can do that as well. So then insurance will be the next tab, and again, that's not really relevant to what you all will be doing. In order to get back to your main appointment screen, you're going to click on the home button on this left-hand side, and it will take you back to your appointments. So that is the majority of what you're going to do, other than if you have access to Easy Scripts and to the electronic prescriptions, you're going to click on Pass, and you can actually access the e-prescribe from the past appointments by clicking on those dots again, and you can click New Rx, and that's going to take you directly to where you can send in a new prescription. This box is a little bit small currently. We are working on fixing that, so I apologize for the inconvenience at this time. However, it will send you directly to Easy Scripts with the single sign-on through CareClix, and you'll be able to just go ahead and type in the prescription information and send to the pharmacy that's been saved to the patient's profile. So we're just going to wait a moment for that to pop up. Okay, so now you'll see that a new RX screen has popped up. It'll have the patient's date of birth, gender, their address, and then you'll be able to go ahead and start typing in a prescription to send over. So we'll say amoxicillin 875. The quantity, anything that is required will be outlined in this orange color. So we'll put in quantity, duration. It's always going to be 0 for extra refills. And then directions, you can actually free type in here. So this says take 1 tablet by oral route every 12 hours for 10 days. And then we're going to go ahead and verify that the pharmacy is in, which it is. We're going to click add. If you need to add an additional medication, you would click on add more in the bottom right-hand side. Or if you are if you're finished with the prescription portion, you'll go to next, and it'll just verify all of the details again, and you'll click submit. Since this is a test patient, I'm not actually going to submit the prescription, but it would send that directly to the patient's pharmacy. All right, so I'm going to go back to the home screen of the portal. Under home, you'll see that you have my profile, and this is just going to be all of your identifying information. If you need to come in and change any information, you'll see that there's the pencil marks in areas where you can edit. So if you need to edit, for instance, contact details, you could click on the pencil box and be able to update your contact details, and then just click update. Also on this left-hand side, you'll see that there is a messages tab, and this is where you can access all of the messages that you have sent or that have been sent to you from patients or clinic admins. So you'll see that conversation that we pulled up earlier with the patient who was in the waiting room. Under messages, you have schedule, and this is where you're able to add your schedule. So in order to add a new schedule, you'll click on add a new schedule. You'll select a start date and an end date. And then you'll select the days of the week that you want to be marked as available. So we'll do every day of the week, and we'll put a start time. So we're just gonna have a open schedule here. So 12 a.m. to 11:55 p.m. Then you can select the duration and then the clinic. So you're going to click on all of the clinics that are in the drop-down list. This particular provider only has one clinic, so we're just going to click on Y Clinic and click Create. And for some reason that's not working, but it should work on y'all's side. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I went ahead and created this schedule. If we come back and realize that, that schedule is not working any longer, we can click on the edit schedule button and say, okay, well, I need to be off every Monday. So I'm gonna uncheck the Monday box and click update. Well, this isn't gonna let me do that just because we're on a Monday and we already have an appointment scheduled for that day. But if there are no schedules in for a specific day, you can go ahead and modify that. Okay, on the left-hand side under schedule, you have settings, and this is where you can come to update your password if you need to change it. You can also edit how you're receiving your alerts, whether or not you want to receive alerts through email or through text message, and that would be anytime a patient is booked or there's an appointment available to accept. Anything that happens on this system, you can receive alerts and you can choose how to receive those alerts. All right, so that is going to be the majority of everything on the new platform. You'll see the last thing is up on this upper right hand corner. You can still set yourself online or offline. So for instance, if you realize that you're available during a specific time that you didn't put in your schedule, you can come on and select set online. At that point, it will allow you to accept urgent care consults that come through, and it will let the call center know that you are available at that time. That differentiates from when you put in for your schedule. All right, well, that is everything that I wanted to show you on the new platform. If you all have any questions, you can always reach out via phone or email, and I'm happy to assist. Thank you.